let's get to the juicy part. You found love in Ethiopia.
In an Ethiopian restaurant. In the Ethiopian culture, they're very touchy people. So they like to touch you right here, hug you, rest their arm on your leg. I would definitely say if you're interested in doing it, do it. Don't hesitate. Obviously, it's the best decision I made in my life, but no, let me tell you guys something. Ethiopian people are very loving people. And so when you are in a relationship with one of them, you will feel that too.
Yeah.
Like, well, one thing I'll say about Ethiopians that you have to know is that they're very proud of their country. Okay, so you can never ever say anything
Yes.
bad. Okay.
If you say something bad about Ethiopia, especially that is not true. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so happy because one of the people I watch on YouTube, we got to hang out, and definitely we had to do Buna with Jesta. And just like every other time, before I get to introduce you to amazing, beautiful American Sudanese married to Ethiopian, let's cheers to our Buna.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I already drank half of it, but it's okay.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you.
I know, I'm happy to meet you.
Yeah. Tell us who you are.
Well, my name is Amina Tafari, and I make YouTube videos too with my husband. We have a channel, Amina and Elias.
Yeah.
So pretty much we make Ethiopian content, Sudanese content, cultural things, vlogging, traveling.
Yeah. And you're currently in?
Ethiopia! If you can't tell by the background.
Yeah, some traditional Yonda Bisinia. You should check out that vlog where we show you our whole day as we've been talking.
Yes.
It's at night, but we had to do this for you guys. So little background so people can know where you're coming from. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. I was born in Tucson, Arizona, but I was raised in Michigan my whole life, so in the U.S. pretty much.
Yeah.
I moved to Dallas about 6, 7, 8 years ago. And so Dallas is pretty much my hometown now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, but you're Sudanese.
Sudanese originally. My parents came from Sudan to the U.S. in the late 70s.
Yeah.
So I was born here, but my parents are 100% Sudanese. I grew up with the Sudanese culture, food, everything, traditions. Yes.
But everything else in America.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. How different did that affect your life, would you say?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much had like a double life, you know. I had the at-home life and then I had like my life with my American friends, and I could relate to both.
Okay.
You know, it was difficult at times, but looking back on it, I'm glad because I got to experience more than one culture, and it made me open-minded and, you know, want to learn about different things. But definitely at the time it was hard. You know, there was a lot of times when my friends would be like, "That's weird, what are you guys doing? What is that food? Why does your house like smell like food?"
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's like other times when on the Sudanese side it's like, we don't spend the night at other people's houses. What is that? You know? So it was like good and bad, but yeah.
Wow, okay. I'm not trying to separate you from, already the world is trying to separate you from being Sudanese and American.
Yes.
But where would you say you associate yourself more, or you just prefer both?
Ethiopian! I'm kidding. That's like the safe answer.
True.
No, I'm saying that jokingly, but realistically, I think Ethiopia is a good balance of not too open and not too conservative. I think Sudan is too conservative. I think the U.S. is too open.
So you prefer being somewhere in between?
Yes, I prefer in between. I think the U.S. does too much. I think some things can be hidden. It's okay sometimes. I think in Sudan, it's too strict.
So let's get to the juicy part. You found love in Ethiopia.
In an Ethiopian restaurant. Yes.
That's so interesting. Tell us more about that. Like you just
So one day I just decided, it was actually
in America,
in the US, in Dallas. I just moved to Dallas, so I wanted to explore the city. And I actually wanted to make, some African friends. So there was an Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah.
And I told two of my friends, let's go. And let's just try Ethiopian food for the first time.
You just decided to try Ethiopian food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For the first time ever, I know nothing about Ethiopia. Like, I don't know their food, their culture, nothing. It was just like, that's a country next to my country, let's try it. They're like, literally. So I went there, and it wasn't only a restaurant, they had like music and a live band there too. So, we were there, we were eating, and I love dancing. I don't know if you guys know. I always end up dancing.
You should check her Ethiopian dances on her channel.
I always end up dancing. I don't say I'm a professional.
But she enjoys.
Yes, I have fun. So there was music. I wanted to dance. I wanted to try, skasta,
Okay.
Yes. So I asked my friends, I was like, let's go dance. And they were too shy. And they were like, no, I don't. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go by myself. I went and started dancing by myself. I guess Elias saw me and came, and I turned around and he was there. And
I'm gonna put a picture of Elias over here.
Yeah. And then he started talking to me in Amharic,
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't speak Amharic.
Oh, by that time you don't even know how to say Elias.
Even, I don't know. But and then he was just like, where are you from? He was like confused,
Yeah.
And I told him originally Sudanese, but I was born here. He's like, what's your name? I was like, Amina. And I was like, oh man, I thought you were Ethiopian.
Yeah. Well, so tip for you guys who are looking to get an Ethiopian man or lady, visit Ethiopian restaurant in wherever place you are.
Yes.
Wow.
There's so many people that ask me like to find them, somebody.
I get that a lot also.
And the thing is, what I always say is like, well, you're definitely not gonna find someone by staying at home. They're not gonna come like mail order to your door. You have to put yourself out there and do things.
Yeah.
Try new places, like I did. I tried a new place randomly.
Yeah.
It changed my life forever. I ended up marrying this man.
Can I tell you something you actually told me in relation to relationship? That also being open-minded and not being like closed, like maybe this year I'm not gonna be in something, or just being open to whatever life has in store. And I think that is what you were doing around that time you met Elias.
Yes, it's very true. I think you need to be basically in the mindset of if it happens, it happens. Don't go out and try to look for it because you won't be successful. You'll get a lot of, because you're looking, you're not going to find good things. But also don't be closed-minded, and don't say like, I'm not going to date any men for a year.
Yeah. Okay, I hear you.
Because you never know when you're gonna meet the right person. You just never know. You could just be randomly walking on the street and bump into them. You never know. But if you're just like, nope, sorry, it's my year of singleness, might miss out on that special person.
So you met, continue to go on more dates apart from Ethiopian restaurants and more chats?
Yes. Okay. Pretty much since the day we met, we talked every day, nonstop. It was just
love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
That's so interesting. So what about the transition now from you need to break this information to your family that you're looking into? Wait, first, before we get there, did you ever think or ever see yourself dating an Ethiopian?
Not at all. Before I went to the Ethiopian restaurant, I honestly didn't even know anything about Ethiopia. The most I could tell you was their capital is Addis Ababa.
And it's in Africa.
And it's in Africa.
A neighboring country somewhere.
And that's about it. I knew nothing. I didn't know the food, the language, nothing. If you were to even ask me, like at that time, would you marry an Ethiopian? I'd be like, I don't think so. Why? Just because I didn't know. So it's just crazy how that one night shifted everything, and now look, I'm here in Ethiopia.
This is your second time in Ethiopia?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about how did you break down this information to your family and also to his family, and was there resistance and stuff like this, or was it just like smooth welcome to our family?
Yeah, well, first of all, I broke it to my family because me and my sister are very close, so I told her almost immediately when I met him. I was like, there's a guy, his name's Elias, he's really nice. She's, open-minded. She was like, cool, bring him over to the house one day, let's meet him.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. And then Elias told his brothers first, actually, over the phone. And I spoke to two of them. One I spoke to in English, the other one I spoke to in French.
Ah, okay. Oh, the brother speaks French.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In Ethiopian?
Yes,
Oh,
in
okay.
Ethiopia, yeah.
That's interesting.
It was interesting because I could barely speak French, so tried, but
And he barely speaks some English.
yeah, at that time.
Yeah, oh, at that time.
At that time, yeah. But his brothers were the same. They were very open-minded,
Yeah.
and then eventually I told my mom. I actually brought him over to visit, and he got to meet my mom. And my mom, she liked him immediately.
Ah.
She said she thought he was a very good person. She liked the way he dressed.
He can dress in Ethiopia?
Yes.
No, Ethiopians have to represent everywhere they go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she liked him, and there was honestly no resistance from both sides of the family.
Wow.
I actually made it a point. I said, I don't want to meet your family over the phone.
You don't want to meet your family?
No,
over the
I
phone.
told him that. I said, I think when you do that, it's easy for people to judge. But I said, if they meet me in person,
Yeah.
then they're gonna see the
The
true
true you,
me, and they'll
yeah.
probably like me. Not to say, not to be like, oh, they're gonna, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's easy over the phone to just be like, oh, she's different, she's Sudanese. But if you meet someone face to face, yeah. So I actually made it a point. That's why until 2018, I hadn't met most of his family.
Yeah. Until you came here?
Yes,
Did you make it official first, or did you meet the family first?
we made it official first.
Well,
yeah.
you're not scared that if you come and physically you meet and it's like a whole different thing.
No, I mean, Elias said that whatever he chooses, his family would accept.
Okay.
His family is pretty much allowing their kids to marry whoever they want. They're
okay.
not so super strict. Yes.
Yeah, and more open-minded and
Yeah.
just acceptance to whoever
Yes.
someone decides to choose and to love.
Which is how everybody should be.
Wow, so what cultural differences did you face from you with American lifestyle and living and Sudanese birth and also their lifestyle as well? And also now meeting an Ethiopian, I'm not sure because he was living in America already.
Yes.
Was he more Ethiopian or American?
Oh, Ethiopian. Even until this day, he's still Ethiopian. There's
Yeah, of
nothing
course. What do you
American.
expect? They met in an Ethiopian restaurant.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how did did you experience any cultural differences, or are there some
Yes.
things that you had to adjust or
Yeah,
compromise or stuff like this?
there was a lot more similarities than differences, but one difference that I definitely felt very early on
Yeah.
was between the three was that in the Ethiopian culture they're very touchy people, so they like to touch you right here, hug you, rest their arm on your leg, just even if they don't know.
Lullaby.
Yeah, so that was a culture shock for me, and it was uncomfortable at times, but I got to learn, now I'm used to it because I've experienced it a lot. But in Sudan, they don't touch each other like that. In the US, it's personal space, they don't really touch each other like that. So.
Yeah.
But let me just say, it's just because the people are loving.
Yeah, it's a form of
Yes.
expressing love. You're not complaining about
Yes,
it, you're
yes,
just saying
not
it's something
complaining.
different.
Yes.
Do you think there's something different he saw from maybe things you do or how you do the things based on where you come from? That was different from him. It could be you not touching him.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because Sudan and Ethiopia do have a lot in common. They have a lot of similarities. So I found
Yeah.
more similarities than differences.
Yeah.
But with him, we had the same sense of humor, and it was just easy, to get along with him and everything.
So in your family, more Ethiopian food or more Sudanese food or more American food?
In my family, probably honestly more American food.
Then followed by?
Sudanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh, because you are the cook. So.
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Then Ethiopian.
Yes.
What's your best Ethiopian food?
My favorite Ethiopian food is gomen bisega.
Ah. If you ever meet again, you should take me to a Sudanese restaurant.
Oh yeah.
That would
You
be
know they have
interesting.
one here.
I think I saw on your Instagram
Yeah.
stories. Yeah. Oh. So you can introduce me to Sudan culture before we cross borders and
Yes.
go explore other parts of Ethiopia. What is your advice to anyone who's looking to maybe get in a relationship with an Ethiopian? I also have to mention, I mentioned to you off camera that I really watched you a lot when I was considering to have something with an Ethiopian.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can relate to this. I need to learn to start how to dance a sister, how to cook injera, you know, like
Yeah.
how to prepare coffee. I have to have like basics because she does it on her channel and it's
Yeah.
amazing to watch. So what advice would you tell someone who's looking or considering? Is it something you would encourage someone to do? Is it a safe space? Are they open? What is maybe
Yes.
something that you would say, but note about this?
I would definitely say if you're interested in doing it, do it. Don't hesitate. Obviously, it's the best decision I made in my life, but no, let me tell you guys something. Ethiopian people are very loving people. And so when you are in a relationship with one of them, you will feel that too.
Yeah.
Like one of the reasons why I appreciated my husband so much was because he showed me so much love. Like it was smothered in love, you know. And I loved it. I was like, yes, perfect. But you know, and then on top of that, they have such a rich culture, and they have so much history, so much you can learn. Like just learning about the culture and all of the things. And I have to say, Ethiopia's never been colonized, so they do retain a lot of their authentic culture. Not a lot has been changed by Western, you know, countries, and I think it's an experience that, like, even if you don't date, at least even have a friend. But I would recommend dating. I think the men and the women are both very kind people, and the good thing too is that because Ethiopians are more like timid, you know, arguments aren't too bad.
Yes, that is so true, but I don't think it's something I really appreciate. I wish, like,
Really?
can you say something more about this conversation that we are having? Stop being like, you know what, it's okay.
Yes. Off, but
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.